Render all. Alright, we get to run around like watching my purples. What the fuck, dude? This is so. To explain it simply, like there is since the beginning of time, now actually since Wrath of the Lich King actually, there is like a comeback mechanic that allows you because during the Burning Crusade, the developers noticed that like returning players or those who simply, for example, leveled, took took their time to level actually, like took the pleasure to discover the zones, and then took the pleasure to rediscover them with let's say their rerolls. Well, they actually noticed that like some people miss the experience of the raids, the last to come raids, and they didn't want the mistake of missing the new content that is promoted because you were having too much fun with the content already here, you know. And because of that, they, or also like the burnout players and the people who simply like so now that I think of it, also like for the when an expansion launches back in the day, Burning Crusade was just the beginning. The developers really didn't know at all if WoW will be booming 15 years later with a weirdo telling you about it, calling himself Vyrah, with the name of Vyrah. Oh, this guy. And basically, and basically, what happens is that like because of that, they created a comeback mechanic. So at Wrath of the Lich King, they didn't knew if it was booming, but if the expansion will sell well, well, the new players, the actual new players, will not come at launch, will not join the game at launch, but a couple months, even a couple of years after the launch, because, well, because the game releases and the reviews back then were not like the fucking reviews 24 hours later after the game releases. You get the fucking like nerd that got the fucking like nerd. No, game journalists. Their work is actually quite ethical and it's quite like fair play. But like some dude that actually like is not a passionate, but someone with agendas, right? And someone sometimes paid. So basically, like, let's say a new game releases. Let's say Tetris 2, right? Or Super Mario 872. Zelda is in the past. Zelda in the past, right? So basically, you get the review, and within like a couple of months, like it becomes viral, and everyone knows if it's a hit or if it's a miss, right? Or if it's actually like if it fucking sucks the fuck out, right? And so basically, they created this comeback mechanic, so everyone gets to enjoy the new contents for multiple reasons. So yeah, I'm kind of like getting out of it. But all this to say that like the reason why I have like all set pieces in a week, mega nice, is because of this returning mechanic. Basically, like that happened here, where like I picked up the game not during release, and this raid is actually already behind because there is a new set piece that is available, entire set available to actually the people, to the high level raiders with a guild, with a roster, etc, right? So you get me on that. So but the comeback mechanic is actually like, I don't know how the fuck I got these keys. I just know that like I just basically like played the content and got to tell you that like if you play the content you get to fucking like notice that. And this is a great game mechanic, and this is a great way to do game design to returning players, but also to pieces of shit like me that are just like hungry to get back into the game and rediscover the joys of a game that they always loved. Just because like this time, this expansion, every player playing MMOs, it is the same with Genshin Impact, it is the same with Tower of Fantasy, a game that I cherish dearly, it is the same with Final Fantasy, it is the same with Guild Wars. This expansion, it is the same with Destiny too, right? This expansion is the one that come back. This expansion is the one that come back. And then you don't. And then you don't. But sometimes, well, you come back, well, the expansion later, you know? And so, because of that, like, they actually thought about you. At least I know that from Blizzard, right? And they create, like, I know that, like, a lot of, at least, like, in Genshin Impact, in great gacha games, like, pretty sure that Tower of Fantasy is also, like, in this one. Final Fantasy, I am sure that they have, like, mechanics. It's just that, like, it's kind of like learning Elvish or learning Latin, right? I learn Elf, they learn playing WoW, people playing Final Fantasy learn Latin, right? So Elfic will always be my main language and the favorite I love to hear, listen to, and play with. And so yeah, basically this is why I got to get that. But I think that like it's quite beautiful the way that like they actually took care of returning players, but also like people like me that actually want to do the content, want to get back to the game, and want to actually like do progress toward their character through actual like what have I done during this week. Well, basically the content that the game suggests me to do. And it took like just some adjustment and some grind, some time investment. And was it rewarded? Well, at 8 set pieces in a week, full set pieces in a week, bro. So yeah, this is a great comeback mechanic. I think that like this should be like something more talked about, you know. So yeah, 8 set full set pieces in a week. Mega nice, mega nice.